Hello and welcome to Economics Unit 1. Last time we talked a little bit about the scarcity issue and the factors of production. This video we're going to be talking about how governments can be set up to handle the scarcity issue as best as possible, as well as manage the factors of production. Because again, scarcity means that there's not enough to go around for everybody. You can't get everything that you want for every need that you have, and that goes for the factors of production as well. So what are some of these ways that governments can be set up? Well, one is the traditional economy. Now, this kind of economy has been used for as long as time has existed. And in this economy, how it's decided how the factors of production are going to be used or distributed is based on tradition, culture. How have we always done things? We're not going to do it any new way. We don't want to hear about new ways. We're just going to do it the way we always have been. And your kids and your grandkids, they're going to keep doing what you did, on and on and on. And there's not much change from one generation to the next as far as how the factors of production, how scarcity is handled. Now, you still see that today in tribal villages, for example. But that's about it. It doesn't really work very well once your economy is bigger than just a small little tribe or a small community. Once you get into the bigger economies or bigger nations, modern times, you need something a little bit more complex than that and a little more freedom than that. So another way that governments have developed to handle these problems is through the command economy. For example, command economy can be seen in countries like Cuba, China, and formerly the USSR. Other than that, it doesn't really exist too much, and it never really existed in its purest form. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But what a command economy is it's when the government controls all factors of production and makes all decisions about their use. In a pure command economy, you would have no choice about what you did for your job, how much you get paid for it. The government would decide all of that, ideally fairly, to make sure everybody gets what they need to survive and no one has any advantages and no one's left behind. That's a perfect, pure, theoretical command economy. Now, another kind of economy is the market economy. This is by far the most popular type of economy for large nations. The United States uses a version of the market economy. In a pure, perfect market economy, which again, just like a pure command economy has never truly existed, but in a perfect, pure market economy, private individuals control all factors of production and make decisions about their use. So this is the opposite of command. The government has no say. They don't regulate anything. They don't get involved with anything. They just let the people do what they're going to do, for better or for worse. So those are the two big categories that you'll see today. Again, you do see traditional economy in some really rural tribal areas and the really poorest areas of the world, but any major country, United States, Mexico, China, Russia, whatever, they're going to use some kind of combination of these two major economies called a mixed economy. A mixed economy is just like what it sounds. It combines characteristics of both command, where the government has a lot of say in what decisions people can make as far as spending money, earning money, what they're doing for their jobs, what they can sell, what they can buy. In a market economy where the government has no say whatsoever. The United States is a market economy mostly, but with a bit of command. The government does get involved, especially in areas of trying to make sure everything's fair and honest, as much as possible. And China, while definitely mostly a command economy, has over the last few years, and we'll talk about this in later videos, begun to slowly bring in many elements of a market economy where individuals have a lot more freedom on how much profit they can earn, what they're going to sell, who they're going to sell it to, and for how much. And that about covers the big categories. We'll touch back up on these more as we go through the units, but those are the three major forms of economy, unless you count the mixed economy, which is a combination of the other ones. And that's it for this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in class.